All right, so I'm going to be introducing two workflows, and I'm going to take more of a software-focused approach and kind of walk through what we're doing. So I'm Eric Ritchie from Leica Geosystems. You may recognize me as a recap alumni. Haven't left the world of the recap workflow. So the first one we're introducing is publishing directly to RCP. So this is from Leica Cyclone and Leica Cyclone Register 360. So instead of needing to export and then re-import, we can now take data directly into the RCP format. So it's going to be a big time saver. So here I have a data set that was collected with our new RTC 360. So this was 17 positions around the construction site. All the alignment generated in the field with the RTC's Viz system. So just looking at this in Register 360. So we're looking at some tags that were captured in the field, as well as the photo and the point cloud information. We're now in the True Slicer. So QA tools, big piece of Register 360. So this is our True Slicer. You can interrogate the cloud, look at a slice level to check your registration. And then we can provide some other miscellaneous visualizations here. So as I said, we're bringing in this data, creating our registrations, we're checking our registrations, we're moving through the workflow. So now I'm creating my registration report. So again, another chance to check on the quality of our registration data, photos created from the field. And now we get into the actual RCP option. So you can see right in our export options, we now have a RCP option. You select this, give it a location, and so this will publish out, as I said, that RCP file with a single RCS attached to it. This is part of our batch export, so you can check any number of operations at the same time, create all those deliverables at once. Here we have the RCP file opened in Recap to show you. So this again is RTC 360 data now in Recap. And then next I'm going to bring that into Revit. So it's an RCP, works with the native Recap point cloud engine in Revit. But we also, and we'll see in a second, even though you're now using an RCP, you can still use our CloudWorks plugin. So CloudWorks for AutoCAD and for Revit will both connect to an RCP. So you can still use your RCP deliverable within our CloudWorks package. Second workflow, we're also importing RCP data. So maybe you have service providers that are delivering RCP, and maybe you want to give it, publish it into Jetstream. Maybe you're using the Recap mobile app with the BLK 360. And again, so you'll use the mobile app. This data was actually collected in a boiler room here. So this was BLK 360 data using the Recap mobile app. So we're just taking a look at it in Recap to see what we have. But again, back in Register 360, import. So we can just drag and drop that RCP file to the import area. In this case, I'm selecting pre-registered because this data set has already been aligned. In this case, again, I have the option, if I wanted to redo this registration, I could do so. Pre-registered, I'm just taking the registration as given. But then, as I said, maybe you're getting deliveries of this RCP data from a contractor. So maybe you want to go back in and double check the quality of what you're getting. So you can then again go back into our True Slicer, check the alignment. Make sure that your corners are square, pipes are aligned. If you need to, I could actually break these links up and re-register them. Again, all from that RCP file. And here I'm looking at some boilers in this room, and I'm going to take a quick snapshot. That snapshot will then get automatically fed into my registration report at the end. And because we're importing the RCP data, this does not have to be, from a Leica scanner. You could have data from Faro, from Trimble, ZNF, any of these other companies. It's not just our data. You can process anything, combine with other sensor workflows. And in this case, so I'm going to take this data that started as an RCP. I'm now publishing to Jetstream. So Jetstream is our point streaming and data collaboration product. Published this data to Jetstream now, and I'm going to go back into AutoCAD and now load this data, again, via our CloudWorks plugin. So in this case, I'm going to load the data from Jetstream directly into your CAD package. And so with our CloudWorks plugins, we have plugins for AutoCAD, Revit, Navisworks. So you're working directly in your native design packages. We also provide tools in these packages. Here I'm going to square up the data a little bit, creating a UCS. If I wanted to take this ceiling off, I could take a slice right here, or the next piece I'm going to jump into is I'm actually going to open the true space. So I'm going to look at the panoramic data from the scan position, use that as a steering wheel to drive my CAD work. So you can see here I have the scan opened at the setup, and I'm navigating around the point cloud, syncing with my CAD view. And then we also have all sorts of tools. For instance, in this case, I'm going to just create some simple pipe objects, just one-click extractor using a parts catalog in this case. And so we have fitters for steel, for piping. We can fit flanges and other things. So you can see I just have some, in this case it's AutoCAD, so it's just primitive cylinders. In Revit we can actually create those Revit pipes as well. I could also go into a floor flatness routine and do some testing there. I could take quick slices or any number of other things. So as we mentioned, so we all have booths on the floor, so please come chat with us, come pull me aside after the presentation, and I'm happy to talk to you guys. Thank you.